Now I've been back on the BC Parkway. One last look at this old rail here. This other side of the road here is all covered up. You wouldn't even know if there was a rail. It was still here or not, and maybe it was ripped out, but still, just before, right about here, it's the only visible part of the rail. It definitely was a switch off here, so there was definitely industries here where the railway, not passenger, but also for some company used to at the time. I've seen this company when I'm traveling on the SkyTrain. Maybe served in here too, on these other little industries at one time. But anyway, I'm going to carry on now to the pathway. So to follow the old spur, or you can follow the old hydro lines. Yeah. And here's SkyTrains. Before I go, and that's it for now. Yeah, this was the company where I was just went offside for the track to film some parts of the rail spur. Now I'm back on again. Yeah, there's definitely no indication of rail or even tie or anything. They did such a good job. It's all been totally ripped up. Wouldn't even notice if anything was here. All you would know is it's just a hydro most. So would know there was one time a railway had once ran through here. I'm sure it's still property with the railway, but it's been, unless the city now owns this property, it's hard to say. So I haven't ever thought to ask anyone about this particular question. There's a momentum sign way further down the line years ago when I did this last time, this walk here, but yeah, anyways, going further down, I don't want to, just going to follow the posts on the parkway here. So some old wood tie, it looks like what's left in here, yeah, some of the gravel and all that stuff has all been covered up in weed and stuff here, so I'm not sure. Maybe some of the companies on here one time used to be where they serve. All that housing is, there was also industries there, I'm sure, back in the day. Yeah, from SkyTrain it goes all the way just down, just before where it would go. The old railway line would end right before Edmonton Kingsway. Just did a film here anyway. Don't get me wrong, it's a beautiful day, so anytime during from now, spring, or even when it comes during the summer months on a nice day, you can come on your bike or e-bike or e-scooter or whatever, and then follow the trail, and it's a nice little adventure and good for the good walk or so. It's good for the cardio. Yeah. The Mark 5's just whizzing by. Westbound, yeah. Okay, back to the old railway line here now. Fun filming here. I'm going to get down to the other side here, eventually up the hill, and cross over to a few streets, and then there's also part of the walkway, or part of it was close to the rail here at one time where bushes. I think that's where the rail used to be. That's a ditch maybe, but yeah, anyways, just trying to think. Oh yeah, here's some just found it. There's a little bit what remains of gravel, but the grass all covered it mostly. Yeah, so line down this way. I'm just trying to find some interesting things here on the old pathway here of the railway. Don't mind me, rail to trail, I guess. This is where I first started from, but I wanted to get back here to film this part first originally. So there's a section of old track what I found. Ooh, yeah, at least some part of the railway here. So it proves my point. Wasn't track still some in the remain? It was all ripped up in 2005 or 2010. It used to be like right at the dead end. It used to be like the end of the railroad over here, but yeah, just trying to show some different highlights here. This is just mainly for some little bit of rail history for those that are interested in that, and for the adventure of the walkway. It makes fun. So right in my own town, I don't have to go all the way to the KVR and worry about looking at that stuff there after the abandoned railroad. I mean, it's nice to look at that, of course, but here in your own back hometown, there's some little nooks and crannies of the railway. I'm going to now continue. Still what's left of the railway here. Back in the day, the tracks crossed all the way down, I'll tell you. You can see it was heavy equipment back in here in the day. They were ripped this all up here. There's a little bit remains of the small tie here. It was from the railway. Sad to see that the railway's all but gone. And it would have been nice to see it. What if the trains would ever roll through here once again? And a little livelihood of birds. Pidgeys, oh, you got some good food here. I guess they're all num. I'm not sure if the tracks was long ago maybe crossed over this other side of the highway here to some industries falling down, but maybe perhaps long ago when the industries falling at this side of the other side of the road down here, where I can see some companies coming up here. And just wanted to finish up here on the last part of the spur. You can see some heavy boulders and tie from now from the other angle here, just before where the trucks used to cross over. I can still remember as a kid when the trucks were here, and I remember, oh, it would have been cool to see a train, but little did I know that it was already been abandoned a long way before, when I was a kid going to school in Burnaby here years back in the 80s.